talking mood today. Well, fuck it, why not? Why not? So there was an article that came out today regarding Paul Heyman's comments about a certain UFC star joining the WWE. And I just wanted to voice my quick thoughts on it. And that was Paul Heyman believing that. I mean, Paul Heyman, if there's anything you don't know about Paul Heyman, as well as wrestling, he's a big MMA guy. In terms of, he loves it, he watches it, he knows a lot about the business, and I think a lot of his production company or something has some sort of deal with some sort of MMA project. Essentially, he has a lot of connections in MMA, and he's a big supporter of Ronda Rousey, as are most people. I'm a big fan of her myself. Looks wise and fighting wise, and to be perfectly honest, and she's super cute, and she could fight. She could probably whoop my ass in the bedroom, which weirdly makes me more attracted to her. But I say weirdly because I'm not into all that sort of dominatrix shit, but it does. I don't know why. Anyway, essentially, it's an interesting one because on the face of it, you look at the Diva division today, you think, well, who the fuck was she feud with? But people forget, alright, she might wrestle in an unscripted environment, therefore wrestling is somewhat real, if you like. But she would need to be trained all over again, and I think in the meantime, while you do train her, you can sign some people who would be compelling, sign some divas that would be compelling matches for her. I still think that there is some compelling matches for her. I think potentially if you were looking at maybe someone like a Mickie James as a veteran signing, but I know that WWE don't tend to do re-signing women a lot. But the only women that I can remember that they re-signed after they worked somewhere else was Gail Kim. They're not really big on that. They're not really a big proponent of that. They'd rather train a fresh-faced person than re-sign someone that they've let go, or because I hear that like Victoria's a trainer now, and she's a bit probably too far in the tooth to realistically come back in and do something. However, I think Mickie James could do something. I really do. I think she could be a good person potentially for someone like a Ronda Rousey, she's not huge. I think that's what people forget. She's not like China. She's not like massive. But I think people kind of associate her with size because, let's be honest, she would fuck most people, men or women, up. So I think people kind of think, well, who the fuck would you realistically get to feud with her? But I think you could get a few people. I think you could potentially get someone like I think AJ could potentially get a decent match out of her. Paige, I think, could potentially get a decent match out of her. You would need to put her with like people that can go. Plus, the article also talks about the fact that she's a massive WWE fan, like massive fan, and apparently she's been asked before that, would you ever actually go into WWE, and she's not rejected the notion of it. She's always said that she'd be quite interested in it. Apparently she watches Raw every single Monday. And let's be real here. The only problem is, if you sign Ronda Rousey, you can't put her in no NXT. there's certain people that if you sign them, like, I know you might say, oh well, there's all sorts of wrestlers and like Sami Zayn and people like that that are in NXT. Why couldn't you put Ronda in NXT? Because there's a difference between Sami Zayn and Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is a motherfucking Hollywood actress. She brings so much mainstream interest, but I think potentially you could get something really compelling with her. Natalia would be an interesting feud. If Beth Phoenix was still there, that would be your WrestleMania match right there. That would be an interesting match. Or if Karma was still there. Oh my gosh, imagine Karma and fucking Ronda Rousey. There's your money match right there. I personally, I would have loved to have seen that. I know Karma's kind of tried to leave the door with WWE in terms of returning. I know she has 0 to no interest in returning to TNA, but I know that was a lot of the reason behind that was because of Hulk Hogan and Bischoff, the former being in WWE now. So I don't know how that would work, but that's a money match right there. You know, you have time, particularly because I don't think Dana White is going to let her go tomorrow. She's UFC's biggest star, so I think potentially if you said to Ronda, "Alright, look, whenever your contract's up at UFC, do you think you would be interested in? Because I know you have desire to be a Hollywood actress, and money talks at the end of the day. If you throw some money at her in her direction, someone like see Vince McMahon wouldn't do this. Someone like Triple H needs to say, alright, cool, I'm gonna make a decision, and I'm gonna try and sign Ronda Rousey. Maybe on a part-time contract, a special event type. Feature her the way you feature Brock Lesnar. Why the fuck not? You know, a special attraction type deal. She would generate so much interest and money for the WWE. They will be laughing all the way to the bank. That would be a signing of signings. Particularly if you can get her and her group as well. You have some compelling feuds right there. You don't necessarily need to bring them in as a stable. Or you could, I don't know, heaven forbid, do something interesting and bring them in as a stable and just have them whooping every single diva's ass in the WWE. Until somebody says, you know what, fuck this shit. And then there you go. You fucking have your feud. Oh, there's money there. There's money there. There is money there to be made. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of really, I don't know, I guess voice my opinion on the direction I would love us to take with regards to this. I still believe it's a money match. I still think that it would be completely and utterly worth the time and effort. To be honest with you, I just hope that I hope it happens, because I genuinely think it would be a good idea. And this, for me, is why Paul Heyman needs to have some sort of important role within that company, because the guy's idea, don't put him near money, don't put Heyman near money, but in terms of ideas, this is the sort of shit he comes out with, and it just makes sense. Anyway, I'm out. Take care.